Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this video. Track Stopper back at y'all with another one. Thank you for tuning in to 808s and Kicks. So I slept in a little bit this morning, so I wasn't up during the sneakers release. Woke up to see that these shoes flew. Like, they did not stand a chance. Crazy. Just goes to show that, people still do appreciate them flu games. I'm going to take a trip to the mall by my crib, over there at Finish Line, see what they're looking like. I know they're doing first come, first serve. So we're going to see how things are looking. I'm going to try my luck and see if I can secure me a pair. And yeah, should be a good day.
So we got people lined up out here already, ready to get them a pair. I'm telling you, the hustle is real. Wow.
So if y'all look closely, they already got them on the wall in there, which is kind of a good sign. But it's still a lot of people in front of me waiting to cop. We got about 3 minutes before they open the doors, and there's going to be people rushing in, of course. You already know how it goes.
I'm already wearing them flu games. I'm wearing the 2016 pair. Figure why not? They don't get enough time out of the box like they should. Oh, they just let everybody in. Damn. They just let everybody in.
So getting a pair was a success. Wasn't too bad. There was a lot of people out there, that's for sure. Everybody was having something to say about me wearing the 2016s. Like, hey man, you already got a pair on. Why don't you save some for us? We trying to get a pair, It was all a good fun though. I'm glad that I was in and out of there because, man, that crowd was something else. I tell you that much, y'all.
All right, y'all. It was a success getting me a pair. I don't think it was mad limited like some people's like it was in some other places. A lot of people that was in line ahead of me was able to get pairs. I don't know if they got the exact size they wanted, but I know they was able to get pairs. I was able to get me a size 9, was just trying my luck and seeing how everything was gonna go. It was cool. I ain't camped out like that in a minute outside of a store. It was nobody fighting. It was nobody acting a fool. So in my opinion, the camp out was definitely a success. It was great. It worked out just as it was supposed to. But we're gonna get these bad boys home. I'm gonna clean my flu games off that I'm wearing right now. That way we can get a side-by-side look at it. And yeah, fun, y'all. I actually had fun. I enjoyed myself being out here talking to everybody else in line. It was cool. It was cool. All right, y'all, we are back. We are back in the stick room. I know you guys see I got me a little friend here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my new addition to the family. Her name is Dimples. Dimples is what you call an applehead chihuahua. I know that's a pretty interesting name, right? But yeah, she's an applehead chihuahua. I gave her the name Dimples because those of you that been watching, or those of you that just know me, my grandmother that recently passed away, her nickname was Dimples, and I felt like the name only felt right. I wasn't gonna call her my grandmother's name, but my grandmother's nickname was Dimples, and she was always full of smiles and stuff. And with Dimples, it's never a day that go by that I'm like messing with her or playing with her. I just can't stop smiling and laughing. So I felt like the name only fit right with I felt like the name only, it was only right to give her that name, And Dimples is my emotional support animal, and she's been helping me get through a lot, guys, believe it or not. You smell that treat I got in my pocket, don't you? Here. We're gonna put Dimples away, guys, and yeah, we're gonna get into these sneakers. All right, guys, jumping right back into things. Yeah, that was my little puppy Dimples. Dimples is not allowed to come in the sneaker room hardly at all. She's still a baby, and yeah, I don't think I would be too happy if she got a little something on my sneakers, or even decided that she wanted one of my sneakers to be a chew toy. Y'all know how that goes when it comes to dogs and sneakers. All right, guys, here we have them here. Pull these bad boys out the bag. Step back aside. Okay, guys, we have here your Jordan 12s. They come in your Nike box. I got these in a true to size, and of course they have that just do it saying here on the front of the box. You also get your Nike sign on the side. I did get these true to size 9, my size. I recommend if you guys are going to be wearing 12s to wear them true to size. For me, I do have a few Jordan 12s in a 9.5. It's a bit spacey, but if I put a force fit in it, it fits me a lot better. But go to true to size, guys, if you guys don't want to have no issues and stuff. And to be honest with you, for me, I do wear a lot of force fills with my sneakers just to keep them from wrinkling so quick. And it don't feel bad putting a force field in my true to size as well, guys, you know. But moving right along, I want to say that Jordan 12s were the last sneakers in the Jordan series that came in a Nike box. After the Jordan 12s, I want to say moving forward, like the 13s and all those other sneakers, they came in your actual Jordan boxes, their own Jordan boxes. It didn't really have any like Nike branding on the box and stuff like that. If I'm wrong, guys, please by all means correct me in that comment box. You know, definitely correct me in that comment box. But yeah, we have here our Jordan 12 Flu Games. I have not taken these out the bag just yet. Yeah, let's bust them out the box. And of course, you know, opening them up is nothing special. Everything is cardboard. You get your brown, you know, brown paper. Nothing too flashy, right? All right, guys, here we have them fresh out of the box. We have here our Jordan 12s Flu Games. This is your 2025 editions. Yeah, very, very nice. It's clean. It's clean. It's a beautiful sneaker. And this shoe for me, it brings back a lot of memories in terms of, I remember growing up watching the Bulls game with when the Bulls were going against the Utah Jazz, and Jordan was sick playing. You know, they thought it was the flu, but years later it turned out to be food poisoning, I guess. But you know, we all know that famous picture of Pippen helping Jordan off of the court. You know, Jordan was just sick as hell. You know, definitely a very, you know, a big moment in basketball history, I guess you could say. You know, I guess it was big for me seeing my GOAT play through the pain and play through the fatigue and the sickness and stuff, and you know, still putting on a hell of a game. But jumping right back into the sneakers, you have here your Jordan 12s, that famous black and red pattern. I gotta say, guys, the quality in these, in terms of the leather, look at that. Look at that. And I'm gonna pull out my my 2016 that I had on earlier just to put them side by side to see what you know, the major differences and whatnot in the sneakers. All right, guys, we have your 2025 pair and your 2016 pair. And one thing I do want to point out first and foremost, how this is in your Nike box, while the 2016 version is in a box with just your Jumpman on it, and it has a Jumpman on the sides and stuff. And yes, of course, guys, a lot of my sneakers I do put tape on the box just to keep dust and stuff out of the boxes. Reason I do that is because it's me just preserving the sneaker. You know, I don't like dust to be getting in all my stuff when I don't wear it for some time. I got a lot of sneakers in here. I can't wear them all at once, right? But moving right along, how it says just do it on this box, this one just says Jordan on the front of that box, you know. So small difference there. The label is a lot different too. So for the 2016 version, they didn't come with stickers on it. That's me just putting a sticker on the box, so you know, it helps me locate my sneakers a lot quicker. But if you look at this label here on this box, come on camera, focus baby, focus. But if you look at the label here on this box, pretty much it's a lot longer. It actually has the price tag on it too. You get like a gold Jumpman on it right there. For this one, it doesn't have the price tag or anything on it. It just has, you know, the label, the information of the sneaker, and the Jumpman on there is not gold. It's actually white on that label. Small differences there. Inside of this box, of course, you get your brown paper, brown wrapping paper. It's the same idea with this box, brown wrapping paper as well. Now, let's jump into the shoes. So, for the 2025 version, the red on this, in my opinion, looking at it, the red on this is very similar to this shoe. Like, these are very similar, guys. I don't really see much differences with the red on them. But in terms of the finish on this, like the scales, I guess you can call them the reptile scales or whatever. For this area here, like the top of the sun part, these, when you feel them, it feels just a tad bit more detailed. Even the stitching on this new pair feels like, you know, very you can just, it stands out to you a little bit more. It pops a little bit more. The stitching is a little bit more tough than the stitching is on the 2016 version. Now when I'm touching the scales here on this one, you can feel them, but they're not as like, they don't stand out as much. They're not as detailed as the ones on the 2025 version. Just small things I see there. Now, one thing I definitely noticed on the differences between these two pairs is the stitching. So on this pair, the 2016 pair, the stitching seems to be very smooth and flush with the shoe, while this one, it's the same thing. The detail, it just seems to stand out a little bit more. I guess you can call it, you know, it's got that 3D pop to it. Debossed or whatever, I guess. I hope I'm saying this right, guys. If I'm not, please, by all means, correct me in that comment box. But I hope you guys can get a good picture or a good look of what I'm trying to tell you. So if you look at the stitching here on the 2016 pair and compare it to the stitching here on the 2025, you can definitely see the difference in like the texture, you know? See how that 2025 pair stitching stands out compared to that 2016 pair, how smooth that one is. There's your difference on that. Now, with the pull tabs, they pretty much are the same. But again, with the stitching, it's a tad bit different with the stitching on the tabs as well. So it seems like for the 2016 pair, right? It seems like the stitching is just, it's a little bit like, I guess you could say more of a bold type of stitching. Now you won't notice it like just looking at it at a glance and stuff, but putting them together and looking at the differences, you damn sure would definitely see it. So there's the 2016 pair, right, guys? You see the stitching on that? It's kind of almost got like a boldish look to it, right? But when you look at the 2025 pair, it looks a little bit more defined. It's just, you know, look a little bit, the stitching, in my opinion, just seems a tad bit more fine. And I'll put them next to each other just so you guys can kind of get an understanding of what I'm telling you. You know, hopefully you guys can see that. I hope my camera's picking that up. Small differences with that. Let's see, what else we got here? The carbon shank planks pretty much are identical. Not really a big difference with those. Only difference is this pair is newer than this pair. And as you see, not too much of a difference. Now, I might be colorblind. I might be looking at this, you know, a little different than you guys. But I feel just like with the red underneath these shoes, the red on the 2016 version, a tiny bit of a shade different than these. But other than that, if you, like I said, if you just quickly glance at them, you won't really notice it. But putting them together, 2025 pair, 2016 pair, drop some chit chat in that comment box, guys. Let me know if you guys see a difference with those. The insoles are pretty much the same. You get your black insole with your red Jumpman sign on it. All in all, not too much of a difference in sneakers. And lastly, the leather. I'm gonna point it out again. The leather on the 2016 version seems just a little bit more tougher. Seems this is the 2016 version I'm touching. It seems a little bit more tough than the leather on the 2025 version. Leather on 2025 version, in my opinion, I feel like the quality is just a little bit better. I may be wrong. Again, guys, let me know something in that comment box. But let's put these bad boys away and get back to what we're talking about today. All right, guys, getting back into the 2025 pair, I would love to know you guys' thoughts on these. You know, it's not too much of a difference going on with these compared to the 2016 versions. Me personally, I was gonna actually sleep on these, but a part of me was like, don't do it. You know, get you a pair. You make some content or whatnot. But I mean, if I wasn't making content, if I wasn't, you know, putting out videos for you guys, I probably would have passed on these, to be honest with you, because my 2016 pair is still in really good condition. When I was in finish line earlier, people were looking at me like, yo, you already got a pair of these and you buying another pair. I said, look guys, these are the 2016 versions. I need to get me a new pair. It's time to upgrade, you know. But other than that, we're gonna take a closer look at these bad boys, then wrap this bad boy up. Scoring 38 points in Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals, we saw Air Jordan himself wearing these, which are now known as the Air Jordan 12 Flu Games. Looking good now, just as good as they did back then in that game, with that black and red look on it that is so smooth, and the Air Jordan 23 number on the back. This is definitely one for those that love the history of the Jordan sneakers. So what are you guys' thoughts? Are you a fan or are you not a fan? Jordan said that was probably one of the hardest things he's ever done. Will that be one of the hardest things for you guys in securing a pair of these shoes? Alright guys, there you have it. That is a look at your 2025 edition of the Air Jordan 12 Flu Games. I would definitely love to know you guys' thoughts on these. Did you guys go for a pair of these? Did you guys strike out? Did you guys say you was just gonna pass on these? Definitely let me know something in that comment box. These are really clean, nice pair in my opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I dang sure don't see any factory defects, no glue, you know, markings or nothing. So I will say that was well executed on Nike and Jordan Brand's part. Thank you. But definitely let me know something, guys. And if you can, if you may, please, 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 pretty please, with a sugar on top, hit that subscribe button so you guys can stay up to date on the latest and greatest whenever I'm dropping something new. I might be dropping a video, or I might be just dropping one of my beats. You never know. But other than that, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Stay blessed, stay fresh. Love your loved ones like there's no tomorrow. Until then, I'm gonna see you all very, very soon on the next one. Peace.